Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you my top 5 alpha male fragrance. So before I go with the top 5, there are two fragrances that I think deserve an honorable mention. There's Furio by Jacques Bogart. That's really manly. If I heard it smells like Kuros and stuff like that. Never smelled Kuros other than a little paper. It's manly, but for me, it's an elegant fragrance. It's not an alpha male, strong kind of scent. It's more elegant, and still, it's considered as something that's super manly, and a lot of people will say that it's an alpha male fragrance, but I don't believe it is. But it was still on the list of fragrance I wanted to put in the list. Another one that was on the list, I don't have the bottle with me, it's Cuir Intense by Guerlain. This one is more like strong and manly, but it's unisex fragrance, so it doesn't lean always really manly. And for me, it's also a little bit elegant as a fragrance, so it's not quite alpha male fragrance. Though the number 5 on the list has some similarities, and it goes in the same branch. So the one in number 5 will cover that style of fragrance anyway. So let's start with the list. Number 5, it's One Man Show Oud Edition by Jacques Bogart. This fragrance, strong leather fragrance. If you smelled Harmony Code, this will remind you a little bit of Harmony Code. It smells good, smells leather, a little bit of wood inside of it. It's manly. It still is a little bit elegant. It was a nice fragrance that I wore during the holidays. I think it's also a nice holiday fragrance, but it's, that style of fragrance, strong leather fragrance, for me, they are manly, so it's pretty much the fragrance that takes the place for the whole style of that kind of fragrance. Number 4, it's Khagoyataga by Polo, and this fragrance, it's a woody fragrance. It smells like oak, smells like wood, really. Well, not like a forest, but really like wood itself. I think that's also another style of fragrance that's really alpha male style, something that's woody, and it's also still elegant. There's something about smelling like wood that makes it manly. I don't know how to say this. And by the way, it's a nice fragrance if you never tried it. Number 3, it's Bijan Man by Bijan. And this fragrance, it's a bomb. And this one and the 2 other one were all contestant for number 1. It's just they had to have an order. This one, it's like, and all the other one are like, it's crazy. They project like crazy. They smell old school as anything. It smells super good. Also, the bottle's weird. It's nice. It smells good. On the list, it's the second fragrance that got me the most compliment. The old school style of fragrance with, oak moss, aldehyde, that style of fragrance. That's the early 80s fragrance. This is what it is. It's just a spicy version of it. So it's what would take this spicy style of fragrance, I think, in that list. Even though it was not intended to be like that, it's what will take the spicy spot of the list. Number 2, it's Corum by Antonio Puig, and this is an old style bottle with the old atomizer. This one, I like it most than the first one. I wanted to put it in the top one, but I wanted to be honest, so that's why it's only on the number 2. But it smells crazy. It smells like pine, it smells like oak moss, it smells like aldehyde, and it smells really old school. It smells great, but it's like I would say like generic. I don't want to say generic, but it's like the generic 80s fragrance. It's, you know, if I would like say what does 80s fragrance smells like, this is the bottle I would take. It smells oak moss, aldehyde, smells powerful, smells like power. It's cheap, and also the bottle looks like the 80s also. And on the list, that's the one I say you should try the most, because it's my favorite on the list. And number one, it's Polo by Ralph Lauren. And it's not Polo Classic, it's not Polo Green, it's just Polo that it's called, even though a lot of people say otherwise. And this one, probably what will take the tobacco take on the list. It smells like, you know, oak moss, pine, aldehyde, like the previous one, but it smells also like tobacco ashes. And I think nowadays it's not the kind of fragrance that it's super popular. It's not what people want to smell, but it smells extremely manly, extremely alpha male, which the list is made out of. I think it smells great. It smells really like also you don't care. I mean, everything that new fragrance are, it's nothing of this. At this time, it was probably more usual as a fragrance in the 80s, even though it was made in 79. So in the 80s, it was probably more the usual type of fragrance. But for what the fragrance world is when you wear this, you say to the world you don't care what you wear whatever you want. And I think that shows confidence. I think everything on this list, maybe not like this one that much because it smells like Harmony Cold and stuff like that, so a little bit, but all the other fragrance, they all say that. And I think this is what makes an alpha male fragrance, is that you wear whatever you want, you don't care, and that's it. This is what shows confidence. It's not a fragrance that shows you've got confidence, it's that you wear it with confidence. So it's not a fragrance that makes the alpha male, it's the male that makes the alpha male. And the fragrance just goes along. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you have any fragrance you think I should have put in that top 5 that were not in the list, write in the comment. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.